Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. You can expect great things from the great taste of Miller Lite. Your local Ford dealer, the Truck Authority. Your local McDonald's restaurant. Have you had your break today? Montgomery Ward. They won't be beat, guaranteed. So stop by a nearby Montgomery Ward and see why. Your Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And by Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart.
Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr. Time now for the starting lineups for tonight's game between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. To the public address announcer of the Boston Garden, Mr. Andy Jick.
Here are the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Chicago Bulls. At guard from Iowa, 6'2", number 10, B.J. Armstrong. The other guard is from North Carolina, 6'6", number 45, Michael Jordan. The center is from Vanderbilt, 7 foot even, number 32, Will Perdue. At forward from Croatia, 6'11", number 7, Tony Kukoc. And at the other forward from Central Arkansas, 6'7", number 33, Scottie Pippen. Trainer of the Bulls is Chip Schaefer. Assistant coaches Jim Clemens, Tex Winter, and Jimmy Rogers. Head coach Phil Jackson. And now introducing the Boston Celtics. At guard from Jacksonville, 6'1", number 7, co-captain D. Brown. The other guard is from Syracuse, 6'1", number 20, Sherman Douglas. The center is from North Carolina, 7 foot even, number 0, Eric Montross. And forward from Croatia, 6'11", number 40, Dino Raja. And at the other forward from Georgia, 6'8", number 12, co-captain Dominique Wilkins. Trainer of the Celtics is Ed Lacerte. Assistant coaches Don Casey and Dennis Johnson. Head coach Chris Ford.
There is Chris Ford. Hired in June of 1990, drove the Celtics to an Atlantic Division title in each of his first 2 seasons. 10 years in the NBA as a player, was a second-round draft choice by Detroit. He's the guy who converted the NBA's first 3-point field goal, October 12, 1979. The officials, Paul Mahalik, Ronald Lesiak, Bill Spooner, and we're just about set to go. Boston Garden, usual sellout crowd on hand. And as I mentioned, an awful lot of interest and buzz about this man right here. Well, you remember back into the playoffs, April 20th, 1986. Michael Jordan, 63 points, the playoff high of all time, and it happened right here. Down 1-0 in the playoffs already. Jordan determined single-handedly to tie the series before returning to Chicago. MJ tied the game late in overtime, but not even 63 points could beat Larry Bird and Robert Parrish, and the Celtics went on to win 135-131 in double overtime.
Everybody's hung up in this thing. You know, we ate at a place last night called Grill 23, and I hear they're going to change it now to Grill 45. I'm not
Celtics lead the overall series. Bulls have won twice this season, both here in Boston and in Chicago.
Yeah.
Michael's lost you, Red. He needs to find you for the dust-off here.
Well, I was talking to Larry Kraskowiak before the game. He's back, and I said, this crowd came out to see you. Yeah, I'm going to wear the same number, 42. Marketing reasons, I guess.
Eric Montross, the rookie. Will Perdue, the veteran, on the tip, and we're underway. Celtics in the home whites. And the Bulls in the traveling red.
The idea is to probably try to go through Michael Jordan, but Michael kicked it out of bounds.
It'll belong to Boston at the baseline. 16 to go on the shot clock.
Pretty good rookie in Montrose, having a nice season. They went down to him the first play.
Recently, Eric has kind of hit that wall that rookies hit about this time of year, Red. Montrose against Will Perdue. Nice move. Montrose last 4 games averaging just 7.5 points a game, but gets the Celtics off early. Kukoc to Pippen. Good hand, Scotty. Drew contact, but not enough for a foul. Montrose the rebound. Here comes Sherman Douglas, who's played very well the last week or so.
Look down low. Raja had Kukoc down low. Interesting
Matchup of 2 Croatian players. Tony Kukoc of the Bulls, Dino Raja of the Celtics. Nice feed into Montrose. He could not finish. B.J. Armstrong back the other way for Chicago. Early going first quarter. 2-0 Celtics. Michael against Sherman Douglas.
Oh, that's a little different than that opening game when he missed, what, his first 6 shots?
Yes, he did.
That was a long jumper for him, too. That wasn't a little turnaround. Give me.
Douglas forgot the ball for a moment. Here's D. Brown, guarded by Jordan. Montrose on the block against Perdue once again. 3 times they've gone inside to Montrose. He's converted once. Kukoc. Montrose got a piece of it. Sherman Douglas on the run. D. Brown on his right. Wilkins on his left. And here comes Neek. Yes, sir. Yes, and it counts.
Michael Jordan on the foul. Dominique Wilkins, his old nemesis, comes in. Takes the ball in strong from the right-hand side. He takes it underneath. Sherman Douglas gives him a beautiful pass. Right in stride. He goes. Makes the contact. Flips it on up and in.
So Neek at the free throw line. 78% from there so far this season.
So all Neek had to do was see a familiar face to get his game going too, eh?
Absolutely. Hey, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins, no strangers to big games.
Uh-oh, got a 3.
Jordan for 3.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Michael was looking forward to playing in this building where the rims are loose and kind. Sherman Douglas finds Raja. Foul by Jordan.
Yep.
Second on Michael. Second on the team.
All right, let's take a look at his first basket. There it is, way out on the wing. Gives a little shake and bake. Fake. Up he goes. And then he gets his first look at a clean 3-pointer. Tony Kukoc double team. Yes, sir. Looks pretty good. So Michael picks up the first 2. He looks over at PJ and says, all right, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Michael was 0 for 4 from 3-point land in Indiana on Sunday. Dino has another one coming up at the line. Raja averaging 17.3 points a game. Although the Celtic people feel he's been a little up and down, especially lately. He's had some nicks and bruises, bumps and bruises, so to speak.
Well, they've got 3 guys in their front line who can post up very well. Look at this. Dominique Wilkins going to get caught for an illegal defense if they don't get back to him.
Jordan up and firing, and he hits again.
I don't know if that's good or bad. He may be wanting to shoot that ball tonight, but it's bad news for them, right?
Jordan 7 points already. Michael 3 for 3 from the field after a 7 for 28 performance at Indiana. Time winding down to the shot clock. D. Brown to Eric Montrose.
They've got a man in there, as I mentioned, a post up each time.
Perdue. Kukoc out near the arc for 2.
This is what Tony did not do in that game Sunday. He wanted to give the ball up, but this time he takes a good look at it and knocks it down.
Bulls shooting pretty well from the floor. 4 out of 6. Not bad. Douglas pass off the mark as Montrose rolled toward the bucket. Take a look at Michael from the arc a few moments ago.
Tony Kukoc got really double teamed on the other side. That's the long jumper there. That was the one inside the 3.
All-time high scoring game for opponents. Michael at the top of the list. Scottie Pippen on the drive got fouled at the baseline. Dominique Wilkins on the hold, his first and the first on the Celtics. 9:01 left to go in this, the first quarter.
Bulls, what, 4 for 4?
Go, go, go! Jordan baseline. Wilkins the rebound. That one almost went in. I told you about these rims. Why would I tell you, though? You know these rims well.
Did you? I mean, hear the crowd? They were at every bounce.
Yeah. D. Brown for three. Ring that up. Boston by 3. 8.5 to go in this first quarter. Jordan posting D. Brown. Purdue banging away at it. Kukoc chases down.
Look at it, Tony. Uh-oh.
Michael gets baseline and draws the foul. Raja and Montross did a sandwich job on him. They're calling the rookie Eric Montross on the foul, his first, second on the team.
Well, Tony tried to throw the ball over for a alley-oop, and then Michael gave it the fake. He goes around in on Raja and gets the foul.
Jordan at the free throw line the other day was 5 out of 6. He now has 8 points in the ball game here tonight. 8 of the Chicago 10 points. 9 for Jordan here in the early going of the first quarter. Long lead pass Wilkins. Somebody forgot about Neek.
Yep, he was down underneath just hanging and nobody saw it.
Boston by 3. Pippen backdoor. Gets inside on Neek. Scotty with his first from the field. Sherman Douglas sets it up for the Celtics. Raja on the block against his countryman Kukoc.
Jump ball.
Montross and
good play. Pippen sneaked in from the weak side as Raja tried to slip that ball to Montross, and Pip gets in a jump ball situation. Take a look at this. A nice pass unreleased by Raja, but watch Pip come right in and put his hand on the ball and get a nice jump ball.
Bulls have come out, shot 5 out of 10 from the field. Yeah, they're going to jump it up again. Boston not getting as many shots, but as many field goals. Jordan. Oh, what a beautiful save to B.J. Armstrong.
Michael saw B.J. breaking over his shoulder and couldn't get good control of it.
Dominique Wilkins
Michael's
on the
third
drive.
foul.
Jordan's, as you mentioned, third on the team.
Pete Meyer's going to get the call right away, so Jordan picks up 3 fouls. He's got 9 points. He'll leave here.
John, is it Michael a little bit out of position? Is it Michael too much energy on the defensive end, trying to make too much happen out there? Is he? Well,
again, he's got to remember that the hand check was not around when he was playing there, and sometimes you have a tendency to put that hand out and get caught. You don't really do a lot of damage, but that's what the call is now.
Jordan heads to the bench. The Bulls are enjoying their first lead of the night. Douglas for 3, and Boston's back on top. Second tray of the night for the Celtics.
Let's see if they double again. Dominique Wilkins did a lot of doubling out here early.
Celtics have made their last 5 shots from the field. Just under 7 minutes to go, first quarter. 8 to go on the shot clock for Armstrong. Tony Kukoc is wide open. Pippen keeps it alive. Scotty right back.
Yes, sir. Players all over the place. Pip makes the hoop.
4 for Pippen. Douglas pushing hard, went behind his back and hit Scotty Pippen with a pass. Armstrong at the arc. Montross the rebound. Sherman Douglas starts it across. Celtics and Bulls tied at 17. Wilkins posting Armstrong, double team from Pippen. Douglas open to the arc. Ring it for 3.
They've got 3 3-pointers here in the first quarter.
Pippen gets the step on Wilkins. Raja comes over to help. D. Brown to Sherman Douglas through the hands of Douglas and off of B.J. Armstrong. No. Last touch by Douglas. Chronolisiak with the call, and Sherman Douglas arguing in animated fashion. Timeout. On the floor, we have 6:01 to go in the first. Chris Ford and the Celtics lead by 3. The tee outside Boston Garden. Fans arriving for tonight's game. Boston Garden and North Station together. Major portion of the transportation facility in the city of Boston. Michael Jordan down with foul trouble. 3 personal fouls in this first quarter. He came out and scored 9 of the first 11 points of the game for the Bulls. Chicago ball. Celtics by 3. B.J. Armstrong draws contact from Douglas. Scored and a foul.
Sherman Douglas with the first foul. B.J. with a nice move. He just got his man up in the air. Here it is. There he drives on in, gives a fake. Douglas gives him just a little belly bump, but just enough for B.J. to drop in the second hoop.
5:47 to go in this first quarter. B.J. Armstrong led the team in scoring in 9 games this season. 5 points for B.J. Bulls and Celtics tied. It'll belong to Boston. Last touch by the Bulls. Bill Jackson making his point with one of the officials. Bill thought a 5-second call should have been rung up on the play. Wilkins against Pippen. Oh, Dee Brown tried to force the issue there. Neek gets it back and Wilkins scores. Dominique with 7.
Gets that ball in a painted area. He just knows exactly where to put it, doesn't he?
He's been quiet against the Bulls this season, though, Red. 6 for 24 and only 17 points in 2 games combined prior to tonight. Tony with the fall away. Raja the rebound. Luke Longley up off the Bulls bench. He'll be reporting on in a few moments. Dee Brown to Dino Raja. Pete Myers picks off the rebound.
B.J. was alone for 3. There's Pip for 3. A little hard. Tony
on the tip.
Yes. You can see that was just a little bit hard by Pip, but it gave a nice rebound for Tony to come inside and score.
Kukoc has 4. Douglas gets the step. Celtics aren't finishing. Raja blocked by Purdue. Bulls have numbers. Tony from B.J. Armstrong and Kukoc with the last 4 points of the game for the Bulls. Chicago by 2. Raja. Nice move, didn't finish. Purdue the rebound. Here comes Scottie Pippen on the fly. Score it. Goaltending the call on Dee Brown.
Dee Brown going up and showing his leaping ability, but too late as Pip has already got that ball up over the rim. Here goes Dee Brown up and wipe it away, but give that one to Pip, and the Bulls with a 4-point lead, 26-22.
John, Dee Brown may be only 6'1", but he won the slam dunk contest a couple of years ago, the All-Star game. Right. So he can get up. He's got springs in those legs. Raja backing Kukoc. Dino has been in close on a number of occasions in this first quarter. Tony to Purdue. Will off the glass, and the Bulls beginning to sharpen their execution. Chicago leading by 6 on an 8-0 run and a timeout taken. Bulls have outscored Boston 11-2 in the last 3 minutes. We've got a 22nd timeout on the floor. Celtics have missed their last 5 shots and have fallen behind the Bulls by 6. Biggest lead of the night for Chicago.
What's can you see over there? Tony Kukoc, what's he got for assists? He's moving that ball around pretty good tonight. Has he got 5, or is that 5 rebounds?
5 rebounds he's got. It doesn't say on my screen how many assists he has.
All right.
Take a look at Dominique Wilkins in action.
Dominique gets the ball here. He just picks up a ball underneath. Nobody can control it. And once he gets it, he knows just what to do with it. Up he goes, lays it off and in. And then, of course, when Michael gets it, he knows what to do with it. The tongue flashes out. Rotation is nice, and a hoop.
Highlight films with these two when they get together. Most of those games for Neek are with Atlanta. And the W's represent wins by each team. The Hawks team of Dominique Wilkins winning 3 times. The Jordan team winning twice. And big games for both players. On the drive, Wilkins is fouled by Luke Longley, who came over to help out defensively. That is the 4th team foul on the Bulls, first on Big Luke.
Well, they bring in Purvis Ellison now. He's been nursing some a season-long nagging injury, knees problems.
Yep.
This guy's never really been healthy.
He had arthroscopic knee surgery on both knees over the summer, Red, and you're right. He just has not been healthy. And 3 years ago, I believe it was, with Washington, he was the most improved player in the NBA. Won the award for that.
Very much like Sam Bowie. Lost a couple seasons almost with injuries.
Kind of ironic with, of course, Purvis Ellison was a #1 draft choice in the whole draft by Sacramento, and the man who drafted him, former Boston Celtic center Bill Russell. Pippen to Kukoc. Tony with the left hand off the heel of the rim. Scotty faked the shot at Montross. Now the Bulls setting up. Screen from Luke Longley. B.J. Armstrong calling for the ball that time.
Yeah, they wanted to enter that side.
Longley from Pippen.
That's what B.J. was hollering for, not to shoot it. He wanted to get the entry on that side to Pippen, and of course Pippen went up and found Big Luke for a deuce.
$25 from McDonald's. 2 charitables every time a Bull slam dunks tonight. Dominique Wilkins. Steal by Pete Myers. Lead for Pippen.
Nice. Pip went out for a beautiful fast break.
8 for Scottie Pippen on 4 from the field. Five turnovers for Boston, none for Chicago. Sherman Douglas denied the first time, collects on the second. 8 for Sherman Douglas. He has 2 3-pointers. Longley. Backdoor finds Kukoc. The Bulls executing to perfection now.
Right.
And stretching the advantage to 9. Biggest lead of the night for either team. Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Wilkins for 3. Myers had the rebound slapped away, chased down by Sherman Douglas. Ellison denied by Kukoc, but Wilkins manufactures 2 off the glass.
Give him the ball in the paint, and he's going to get you 1, 2, or 3.
10 for Wilkins here. Coming up on 1:30 to go. First quarter. Luke Longley.
He lost its traveling. He lost the ball in his hip. He never could get it to come back, and he'll take a timeout.
First turnover of the game for the Bulls, but Chicago has played very well thus far. And the Bulls, with Scottie Pippen on the drive, lead by 7. Boston Garden. And Red, you played many games. I guess back in the era, this is one of them. This was Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Championship Series. That circle was around young Red Kerr setting a screen, and this was the game where Havlicek stole the ball, and the Celtics went on to win a championship. Boston, a far cry from what they once were as a basketball team, and Sherman Douglas sets it up for the Celtics.
A little workout here.
Longley denied the interior feed to Montross, and 2 to go on the shot clock for Boston. What do you remember about that final play? That
cost us a championship.
Yeah. Because the Celtics went on to play who? The Lakers and win in 4?
Yeah. Right.
D. Brown off the mark, and going to be last touch by apparently the Bulls, Corey Blunt or Scottie Pippen.
Corey touched the ball and then ran away from it, and Scotty's saying, just grab it and let's go. 1 minute left there, 60 seconds.
Montross the screen. Nice roll.
Corey Blunt on the block, or just a miss?
Just a miss by Montross, it appeared. Bulls set up. Thought they might hustle 2 for 1 here. They're still going to get 2 for 1. Pete Myers. Boy, he's been shooting really well the last few games. Last 3 games, 12 of 14 from the field, and he's hit his first field goal attempt here tonight. Time winding down on the Celtics.
3-second. No, he fouled him on a traveling. Whoa.
Let's pause here for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Steve Kerr checks in for the Bulls, who've hit 6 of their last 7 shots. Luke Longley leaves. Kukoc back on in place of Corey Blunt.
All right, that should spread the floor here for the last shot.
Final seconds, first quarter. Right-hand corner of your screen. This is Pippen. Bumped by Purvis Ellison.
Looked like he went in a little quick on that play, didn't he? 9.9 left, but Ellison commits the foul.
And the Celtics had a foul to give there.
Well, he was shooting. What? No, he wasn't.
No.
Okay. All right, it looked like Pip was up in the air going to the hoop, and now quickly off their bench. Greg Minor
checks in. A rookie out of Louisville. 25th pick of the June draft by the LA Clippers, was traded to Indiana and not offered a contract. Came here to Boston as a free agent. Time winding down on the Bulls. Here's Kukoc.
Tony. Oh, no, play. They call it on the arm. Oh, man. Tony went around. I'm going to tell you, that was some play. He went around. Watch this. He shows Montrose the ball, and he zigzag, comes this way. Montrose, when does he get him? Okay, he already, I guess, 20.
He got him early.
It had to be Douglas on the foul then if he got him early.
They called it on Montrose.
Well, can't be then. He's got to let him go. Let him go with the basket.
Yeah, what you're saying, he should be shooting, right?
Yes.
He should be, I mean, it should have been a 2-shot foul, or I'm sorry, should have been a basket and a free throw.
Yeah, if Douglas gets him, of course it's, you know, it's just a 2-shot foul. But
so
anyway.
Corey Blunt back into the ball game for the Bulls. 4.1 seconds remaining for Boston. Tony has 9 points in this first quarter to equal Michael Jordan for high point honors thus far. Wilkins throws it away. Tony from three-quarter court.
Pete Myers, great defensive play.
And the first quarter comes to a close. Michael Jordan scored early and often, and the Bulls enjoy their biggest advantage. 10 points, 37-27 as we head to the second.
We're back at the Boston Garden just at the beginning of the second quarter. Bulls up 37-27 at halftime of this game. We've got quite a bit planned for you. We're going to talk to Michael Jordan here about some of his memories of the old Chicago Stadium before he plays in the new place. We'll also show you some of the ceremony as they retire Reggie Lewis's jersey, and we'll take a look back at this old Boston Garden, show you what this is all about. Wayne?
We'll look forward to it, Randy. Bulls start the second quarter, 10-point lead. This is Pete Myers. Myers and Kerr, the backboard combination. Longley in the post right now. Kukoc and Blunt alongside him. Up front, and Luke with his second from the field has 4. Bulls by 12. Brown to Raja. Dino Raja, who had many looks in close and did not score from the field in the first quarter, gets his first field goal of the game. He has 4. Raja 1 for 5 from the field. Luke Longley stepped out on the floor a bit. Celtics with D. Brown, Greg Meyer, Sherman Douglas, basically a 3-guard offense. Xavier McDaniel and Dino Raja up front. Oh, what a move around Corey Blunt. And Corey reaches for the foul.
You see the toughness in Xavier McDaniel. Corey puts his arm on him, bent elbow, and he just reaches over, smacks it off, and Phil said, that's a foul if he hits my man.
There it is. D. Brown for 3. Xavier McDaniel the rebound. Luke Longley. And the Bulls come back the other way. Kukoc on the block against Greg Minor. D. Brown was coming on a double team. Tony turned away. Luke Longley taps it home.
Luke's off to a good start here with 6. Here comes Minor on the run.
Celtics have been cold from the floor. McDaniel gets it back, and it's blocked possibly by Kukoc, I believe. Either Kukoc or Longley. Kerr to Pete Myers. Longley on the block against Dino Raja. Here's Tony to Steve Kerr, spots up from 20. Raja and Longley battle for the rebound, and it's a foul on Luke Longley. His second personal foul. That is the second of the team. On Saturday, April 1st, in the Bulls battle the 76ers, it's Iron Kids Bread Growth Chart night. First 10,000 fans entering United Center receive a Bulls growth chart. Compliments of Iron Kids Bread. Almost 2 minutes gone by second quarter. Michael Jordan's been on the bench since midway through the first quarter with 3 fouls. Douglas left it short. McDaniel.
Boy, he's come right in, got 2 nice rebounds. He missed his shot the first time, but that time he just up and in the hole.
And the Bulls lead down to 10. Once again, Pete Myers, Steve Kerr, the backcourt. And then the front line. Longley in the middle. Corey Blunt, who authors that shot, and Tony Kukoc up front. Douglas penetrating, pushing hard for Boston. Pete Myers comes out of the pack for the rebound. Steve Kerr on the run.
A long deuce that time.
Kerr had a season-high 7 assists against Boston on December 28th. He only got off 2 shots in the game at Indiana on Sunday. Sherman Douglas mishandles for a moment. McDaniel on the block, takes a turnaround over Corey this time. Steve Kerr with the rebound. Bulls have dominated since about midway through first quarter. Myers.
I want to tell you something. Luke Longley's taking a long shot. Blunt took a long shot, and then Pete Myers took a long one. Here's Tony off the glass, but a nice rebound by Luke Longley.
Rebounding such a problem at Indiana, not a problem here tonight. Bulls were out rebounded 46 to 36 at Indiana. They've owned the boards here tonight. Kerr for 3.
Look at him again. Oh boy, they're going to get some boos here now in his garden. Hear him coming out. Tony.
Kukoc was bumped on the drive, first by Minor, then by Brown.
Well, the Bulls killed about 1 minute and 30 seconds on this possession and got all kinds of rebounds and end up with a 2-shot foul. Sherman Douglas leaves now, and Jay Humphries getting his feet wet here. The first time back off the injured list in a long time.
Bulls 10 to 6 on the offensive glass against Boston here tonight. Foul was on Greg Minor, was his first on the team, and Kukoc off the mark on his first of 2. Here's what's on tap. Don't forget, our coverage begins at 6:30 with an hour-long special. Michael Comes Home, Bulls and Magic, and then special coverage following the game during WGN News. So join us Friday night for a big evening.
Xavier McDaniel was standing in the lane. Tony should get another free throw. He missed his second one. Tony, not a good stroke at the line. He just sort of flips that ball with his wrist. But Xavier McDaniel just walked right inside the lane.
Both teams have struggled from the field in the second quarter. Bulls 3 out of 10. Boston 2 out of 9. And Kukoc misses the free throw. Officially, he misses 2 free throws. He actually missed 3. Violation by McDaniel. Wiped out one of those missed free throws. D. Brown, Kerr got a piece of it. Kerr hustling hard, but Jay Humphries comes up with it. Humphries, a star at Colorado. Went to the Phoenix Suns, Milwaukee, and now Boston. And D. Brown connecting from the outside. Humphries also played in Utah. Here's a lead for Corey Blunt. And the Bulls reset the offense. Chicago by 10. 10 to go on the shot clock. Kerr. Bring it up again, and Steve Kerr, another long deuce. He has 4. 7.5 to go, second quarter. Bulls again by 12, equaling the biggest lead for Chicago tonight. Montross on the block, in close against Longley.
Nice work. He takes the ball in the middle, moves, doesn't fool around with it. I like this kid.
Now, you've liked him all along. We saw these guys early in December, and I heard you mention a couple of times you like Montross.
Good hard worker.
Myers, guarded by D. Brown. Here's Kerr on the drive. Tony at the arc. Kukoc hits Longley in the lane, and the extra pass may have led to a 3-second violation, and that's the call. Sign up for the Miller Genuine Draft. Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic coming this summer to Chicago's Grant Park, July 28th through 30th. Sponsored in part by the Chicago Tribune, Coca-Cola, Sport Mart, and Salem Sportswear. Call 312-455-4000 for more information. Bill Murray among the eclectic crowd on hand here at the Boston Garden for tonight's game. Bulls by 10, and I'll tell you what, I'll bet he may show up Friday night at the United Center. Coverage begins at 6:30 on WGN. Join us Friday night. Michael comes home. Bulls and Magic. Shaq and Horace Grant will be in town, and it should be a memorable evening. Don't forget, our coverage begins at 6:30. Michael Jordan.
He only played 4 minutes and 38 seconds in that first quarter. Picked up 3 fouls. Got himself 9 points. Luke kind of fouled down low. He and Montross going after each other. So that's a third. Is it the third one on Luke?
It's a third on Luke and third on the team.
So 3 on Luke Longley, 3 on Jordan, and that's where the foul sit for the Bulls.
And that brings Bill Wennington up off the bench for Coach Bill Jackson. So the third of 3 centers for the Bulls enters the ball game. Boston ball. Minor spun away from everyone that time. Wennington rebound. McDaniel over the back, and what do we got? A foul coming up on Xavier McDaniel.
Oh, yeah.
X picks up his first. That's the second on Boston. Jordan 3 for 5 from the field in his 4 minutes plus performance in the first quarter.
You know, Michael led this Chicago Bull team in rebounding before Charles Oakley really got a chance to come in and play.
Michael backing Minor, the fadeaway. Jordan continues to shoot well here tonight. He has 11 points. He always liked this building.
Yes, he did.
10 to go on the shot clock, Boston. The offense still out of the arc. 5 to go for Xavier McDaniel. Got Kukoc in the air. No, but a foul. Tony's first. That is the 4th on the Bulls. KG veteran Xavier McDaniel in his 9th year out of Wichita State. There's another veteran right there. Sherman Douglas, honorable mention. NBA Offensive Player of the Week.
I wish they had a stat that showed how many guys block shots 18 feet from the basket.
Yeah. Not many.
I mean, a guy gives a fake, a guy jumps up and fouls him. You showed a stat where
you don't see a lot of people block shots out there.
Right.
You're exactly right, John. Scottie Pippen back into the lineup. And Corey Blunt leads. So now you've got Kukoc, Pippen, and Jordan on the floor at the same time. And they are the 3 high-point men of the game for the Bulls.
If Eric Montross wants to try to beat a policeman in the middle, watch Bill Wennington just going up and down the sideline, getting some easy hooks.
X with his second upcoming. Missed 2 games on the 4-game road trip the Celtics just got off of due to a hyperextended knee. Told me tonight, he said his knee feels good. I'll tell you what, I'll remember him playing against Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston, playing behind those 2 players at Wichita State. Here's Michael.
Long deuce. Looked like it was a 3, but it was a long deuce. Nice get back from Bill Wennington.
Wichita State had some talent way back when you had Carr, Levingston, and Xavier McDaniel was just a young pup out of South Carolina. 10 to go on the shot clock for Boston. McDaniel backing Pippen. Knocked away by Pitt. Scotty comes up with a steal and lost it to Strong. Derek Strong out front. Bulls lead back down to 10. Jordan. The handoff and went with the floater.
I love it. He held that ball out with one hand. Pip went around. He just dropped it over the top of his shoulder. Pip's got 10.
Gorgeous assist by Michael Jordan. Montross on the block. Double team from Pippen, the rookie to the left hand. Michael up high for the rebound. His first of the game. He had 6 at Indiana. Jordan.
Oh, he's got that feel. Has he got that stroke down? 15 points, and he's played about, what, 7 minutes?
Jordan 6 out of 8 from the field. Timeout, Boston. Listen to the ovation for Michael Jordan. 6 out of 8 from the field, and they appreciate his effort here in Boston. The Bulls lead by their biggest advantage. Just ahead of the ceremony to honor Reggie Lewis tonight here at the Boston Garden. Bulls lead job at taking care of the basketball. Just 4 turnovers in the first half of play. Montgomery Ward leading scorers in tonight's ball game. Michael Jordan came out and hit 6 of 9 in the first half, including 1 of 1 from three-point land. He also made all 4 of his free throws, 17 points. Scottie Pippen, a sharp first half, 7 of 10 shooting from the field. Tony Kukoc, 5 of 12 from the field and 2 of 5 from the free throw line. For Boston, Sherman Douglas led the way. Wilkins and Raja round out the scoring for the Boston leaders. Well, Red, again tonight, obviously everyone watching Michael Jordan, and tonight to us he looked much sharper and a little more comfortable. I mean, I think, you know, the specter of what happened in Indianapolis so quickly on Sunday certainly played a role perhaps in Michael coming out a little bit shaky, especially in his shooting from the field. But tonight you mentioned it, and I think it was very apropos. He looks and feels comfortable here in this building.
Well, you look at what he did in only 11 minutes. 6 out of 9, 1 out of 1 from 3-point, 4 out of 4. He had a couple assists. He picked up 3 fouls, 17 points. The big 3, 17, 14, and 12 for Tony, and Pip. A great job, and his supporting cast, not bad off the bench with 19-6 in our favor.
Yeah, we'll be back to the Boston Garden. Halftime activities are concluding here as the Bulls and Celtics get set to resume back after these messages.
Bulls up 15 at the half here, and probably their last trip to Boston Garden. I'm joined by Bulls assistant coach Jimmy Rogers. You spent 10 years at this old building. What do you think? This is possibly your last time here?
Yeah, this will be the last time. And, you know, when you go through 10 years in a building like this, you have a lot of great memories, a lot of great wins, a few heartaches along the way. But tonight is also very special because it is the last time in here.
Tell me, are the locker rooms different? Do they turn the heat up in the visitors' locker room like they say?
As usual, yeah. They keep to the same old tricks, you know, small locker rooms, heat up, cold when it's cold out, you know, the same thing.
Well, it hasn't hurt you guys right now, up 69-54. Jimmy, thanks for stopping by.
All right, Randy.
Send it back over to Wayne. Start of the second half, Wayne.
Thank you, Randy. Jimmy Rogers, who coached many a game as an assistant and as a head coach here at the Boston Garden. There is Michael Jordan. And as we mentioned, he got back in the saddle quickly tonight. Take a look at the retired numbers up in the rafters here at Boston Garden. That number 35 goes up tonight.
Yeah, and Larry Bird above him, Dennis Johnson number 3, 32 Kevin McHale, and they've got room for several more up there.
4 upcoming games, and we'll take a look at a couple of games coming up on WGN. Both start at 6:30. The Orlando Magic, our pregame begins at 6:30 in Chicago, 6:30 Central Time. And then from Atlanta, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central Time. That game on Saturday night also on WGN. I'll tell you, Red, you know, some great memories in this building. You were talking about some of yours earlier tonight, and when Randy did that little routine where he put those 3/4 into that crack of floor on the Boston Garden, there's a little crack in the floor, he put 3/4 in there, and you said it's the 4th quarter that always gets you.
Here in this building, right.
All right, the Bulls take over. Bulls basketball as we begin the 3rd period of play. Chicago leading by 15. Pippen at the back door was fouled on the play off the feed from Jordan.
Well, the Bulls come out trying to do the spectacular right away. Just Pip threw it over, went over the top. Wilkins knew what was coming. He's done that himself a lot. So Pip will go to the free. No, he won't.
Dominique Wilkins' first personal. Second on Dominique, first on the team, I should say. Jordan sets it up out front. Armstrong flashing high. Will Perdue pushed out of the post by Montross. Armstrong stopped by a double team, finds Kukoc open.
Kukoc off to a real fine start here. He didn't have a good game Sunday. He pressed a little bit. Now he seems to be fitting right in there.
This equals the largest lead of the night for the Bulls, 17 points. Wilkins at the arc, elevates for 3, ring it up. 15 for Neek. Bulls by 14.
Michael.
Jordan for the jam. His 3rd jam since coming back.
His 38th shot. In the 2 games, he comes back and gets a slam. Beautifully done.
So that's what all those numbers you had on your chart were for. How many shots would it take him to get a slam? Raja has not finished much at all in close tonight. Purdue out front. Armstrong at the arc. Purdue trying to establish low position. Now comes out to set the screen. Kukoc right back to yes, and a foul. Sherman Douglas tried to pull him down. Second on Sherm, second on the team.
Well, I'd tell you, it was. But take a look at this. It's kicked off to Tony in the corner after a swing around down low to Pip. He goes up and he grabs the foul. Beautiful job. And here's Michael's basket. Up. Oh, yeah. I like that.
Boy, there is air up there, I'll tell you.
That for a couple of years.
Pippen with 16 points, make it 17 points and 6 rebounds. Bulls again enjoy their biggest lead. Now 19 points here. Douglas gets the lane. Stopped by Purdue, but a foul. First on Will Purdue. First on the team. Sherman Douglas heads to the free throw line. 15 points, all of which came in the first half for Douglas. He's been busy. He's played 40-plus minutes in each of the last 5 games for Boston.
5 for 10 in the first half. 3 long-distance field goals.
He came in shooting just 20% from three-point range, Red.
Yeah.
But tonight he's had his eye out there. Bulls still on top big. Armstrong sets it up. Jordan posting D. Brown, quick turnaround. Michael was halfway between a bank and a swish that time. Loose ball foul coming up.
Tony Kukoc over the top. You're right. B.J. Armstrong taking a big start here as the point guard here in the second half, trying to get things going, trying to get it to the right person.
Montross the screen. Douglas has mishandled it a couple of times out front tonight. Montross deep against Purdue. Denied by Will Purdue. Derek Strong left it short. Strong again. Strong has a block and a foul.
Pip finally comes up with his first foul of the game. The Bulls could not clean it up, but a nice defensive play by Will Purdue as they came back to the middle for the shot. And then Derek Strong short on a couple shots. He finally picked it up, and Pip comes up with his first foul.
Well, that's what you would call a defensive stand at the goal line right there if you were to turn it into football vernacular. The Bulls holding tough. Derek Strong as a result of the foul at the line.
Derek Strong had a great game against the Bulls a couple of years ago with Milwaukee, and I think he had just come up from the CBA. People thought, this guy can play against the Bulls. We're going to keep him.
I'll tell you, he played in a good program for Pete Gillen down at Xavier in Cincinnati.
Tony.
It'll belong to Boston.
Look for the quick hitter right away, so you got to be ready. Tony says, my fault.
Bulls had 69 points at halftime.
Yeah.
Sherman Douglas. Douglas, he was calling out an illegal defense. Douglas on the runner, scored, and a foul. John. Let's see, B.J. Armstrong, I believe. Yep.
Doing it all here. Sherman Douglas took the ball. He waved off. He said there's an illegal defense there. He wanted to clean out the lane, and he just beat B.J. going down the baseline.
I believe they called this on Kukoc. Yes, they did.
Yeah. Yes. B.J. was playing him to go to the middle that time, and
20 points now for Douglas. Boston on a 7-0 run. Looking to make a game of it here in the third. Armstrong.
He ran right behind Eric Montrose. Montrose couldn't find him. B.J. with a minimum of shots, and he's got 7 points now.
B.J. had 15 in the game in Indianapolis on Sunday. Almost 3 minutes gone by third quarter. Nice move, Sherman Douglas.
Wow, he's just working that sideline to death, isn't he? He's got all the points except the 2 free throws by Strong in this quarter. 22.
Armstrong at the arc, ring it up for 3.
B.J. comes right back. 10 in the game for him. 5 in his quarter.
Armstrong 4 out of 6 from the field.
See what they do on this side.
Douglas bumped by B.J., I believe, is who they're going to call the foul on. Yep, B.J. Armstrong. That's his first now. 4th on the team.
Real quick. real quick on the fouls.
Yeah, the Bulls already have 14 fouls. We still have 8:45 left to go in the quarter.
He's going to go to
make
the
it
line.
5.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
5.
Douglas gets a pair at the line. Sherman with 22 points here tonight. It's Phil Jackson talking with Armstrong briefly.
They're going to the same thing. They're just going down the sideline, taking BJ over on the left side and trying to drive on him.
23 for Sherman Douglas. And you know, Red, I suspect they'll keep going to that well until it dries.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Jordan.
Strong enough.
Dee Brown slapping away at it. Michael right on the money.
21, strong enough to finish. You're right. You could hear it all the way over here. He hit nothing but ball, but that's that strong body of Michael.
Those baseball muscles, Red. Scotty picks up his second.
And they're back to the line. Boy, 8:15 here. Here's Michael's basket here. He goes out on the side, gets the ball alone. A little slow getting the ball to him, but he takes the ball down. Now watch the slap on the ball. He's got it, but Michael elevates, rotates, and knocks it in.
Meanwhile, at the free throw line, Dominique Wilkins makes good on his first. He has 16 points.
Bulls in foul trouble at 8:15. That's big time against any team.
17 for Dominique Wilkins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 free throws in this quarter. That's about all they've got.
Michael that's knocked away from behind by Dee Brown. Purdue collects. Scotty resets the offense. 10 to go on the shot clock. 8 minutes in the quarter. Pippen. Wilkins and the Celtics up and running. Air ball by Wilkins. Jordan, the baseball beat. Pippen to Purdue. Got a foul. It's on Dee Brown, his second personal. Third on the team. Watch Michael start this break with a pass.
He looks it out. Coming from right field, number 45. Hits the cutoff man down the lane. Here he goes, the second base. Michael said to Will, come on, Will, finish that shot and get you some points.
All right, you make the baseball vernacular, and I talk football vernacular. Somebody's going to say, hey, talk basketball. That's what they're playing out there tonight. Purdue with his second. Will has 17, splitting a pair at the line. Bulls by 15. The largest lead for Chicago was 19 points in this quarter. Wilkins behind the back. Too sloppy a pass. Jordan, Pippen, Michael fouled.
They're looking for some high wire action that time. Pip might have been able to take it in himself, but he goes right straight up. Sherman Douglas picks up the foul. That's his third, but watch him come down. Michael with the steal. He hits Pip. Pip looking for him to come in and clean it up, and they said, no, we can't give you that on our court. So Jordan, 4 for 4. Make it 5. He's got 22 points.
To correct myself on Will Purdue's total, he has 3 points in the ball game tonight. I was looking at Scottie Pippen's numbers.
Yeah, he's got 1 basket and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Jordan now with his old number, 53. Think he can get his new number?
Well, he's got some time left. 7:25 to go in the third. He's made a good start on it. Sherman Douglas. 10 to go on the shot clock. Eric Montross. Wilkins for 3.
Yeah, beautiful stroke. Boy, you can see that coming out of his hand. Meek averaging about 18 points a game. He's got 20 now in the game.
Wilkins 7 of 10 shooting from the field. Jordan out of the arc. Derek Strong the rebound. Montross the screen, rolls to the back door. Derek Strong in close. Denied down low. Purdue and Jordan got a piece of it. Armstrong on the drive. Double clutch on Dee Brown. He draws the foul. Third on Dee Brown, 5th on the team. Both teams over the foul limit.
Pushing the ball down the court. There's a timeout.
Michael Jordan and company play on the lead with 6:35 to go in the third.
We're back at the Garden. Bulls up 86-72. Larry Bird in the house tonight. Larry Bird, I am told, was on talk radio here in Boston today. He had talked to Michael Jordan apparently over the phone the last couple of days. Michael told him, Larry, I know you're going to be there. I know it's my last trip there, and I'm going to show you my stuff one more time. Well, he certainly has so far, Wayne.
Certainly has, I guess.
Showed us all some stuff.
23, and again, we still have 6:35 to go in this third quarter. Speaking of the third quarter, Bulls come out hot, 6 of 9 from the field. Boston 4 of 11. Bulls leading 86-72. B.J. Armstrong toes the line. Armstrong with 10 points here tonight. B.J. double figures in 30 of the last 32 games, including this one.
Michael was on the runway. Pip started to go up to the runway. Dominique says, oh, no, 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 no.
12 for B.J. Armstrong. Pressure in the backcourt by the Bulls. Corey Blunt is in now at the 4 spot. Brown sets it up. Douglas. Will Perdue had the rebound for a moment. Corey Blunt chases it down. Here's Scottie Pippen. Pippen got it caught on his head and is called for traveling.
BJ sitting over in the right side. Corey running hard on the left, and it just ball came up and just stuck there. We're going to clarify that too, that Michael did have his trousers on that first game the right way. It was just that the company that makes them put that logo on the back.
They had it wrong.
Manowski showed us on.
He certainly did. B.J. Armstrong on the runner and gets the rim. That's what we call loose or soft rims. And they've always been that way here at Boston Garden.
Well, now who do you try to stop on this team? Jordan, Armstrong, Pippen, or Kukoc?
Montross on the block. Double down from Jordan. Pippen the rebound, and the Bulls are on the fly. Now Scottie has to slow things down, and the Bulls set up some offense.
Fifth, 3, maybe?
Strong the rebound. Boston ball. Celtics trailing 90-72.
Oh, BJ just missed a steal. He would have been all alone.
Deep Brown. Great move around Armstrong. Draws the foul on Will Perdue. Second on Will. Deep Brown heads to the free throw line. Hey, on Saturday, March 30th, Bulls battle the Celtics at Sears Brand Central Fanny Pack Night. First 10,000 fans entering United Center receive a Bulls Fanny Pack. Compliments of Sears Brand Central. Deep Brown nets the first, and he's got another coming up. Brown had a career-high 41 points at Phoenix on February 21st. He has 9 points in this ball game tonight. Chicago's lead is 16. Jordan at the arc.
Oh, no, that arc's a little bit in close for Mike, huh?
Wilkins.
What's the baseline?
Sherman Douglas to Eric Montross. Inside on Perdue. I believe it was Corey Blunt who got a piece of that. From behind. Now Douglas gets baseline and lost the handle.
Pip, have you got it? No.
BJ throws it away, but it's collected by Will Perdue. Somebody restore some order. Michael tangled up.
Oh, look at that. Corey wanted that over the top. So the Bulls with 10 seconds here to slow it down. Pip lost the handle on it. Somebody's got to get a shot up. Well, we know one guy that can get it up.
Jordan with 2 to go on the shot clock.
That's familiar. Looking for Mike.
25 for Jordan. Bulls again by 18. Wilkins posting Pippen. Dominique got baseline, but had it tipped away.
Steal.
Quick hands out there for the Bulls, and they almost came up with a steal. It'll be Boston ball. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock for the Celtics. Dino Raja back on, along with Xavier McDaniel. Montross leads along with Wilkins.
Watch D. Brown going for the high hoop here.
Boston's missed its last 6 shots from the field. D. Brown for 3. Boy, that was a quick trigger, wasn't it?
Yeah, he thought he might take that shot.
Mike, where I had a gym. A little too much air under that pass. Got a timeout, Boston. 3:49 left to go. Third quarter. In Boston, Bulls still lead big. Great memories of the Boston Garden. Red Kerr played many a game here, Red, and that's the entrance where the players leave the court and head off the floor. And where was your locker room?
When I used to come here as a visitor to play in the Boston Garden, this used to be the visitors' locker room, a little small cubicle type place, nothing in there but radiators. But it was nice because when we had to go to the bathroom, all we did was walk out to the door and get in line behind a lot of the customers who have been drinking beer all day. Why? Our locker room was in the men's room.
Sherman Douglas off the mark on that offering. And it's going to belong to Boston. Boy, you know, some people have memories of great games and championships here. Red's memory is up the locker room.
I figured this out too, Wayne. You know, I played 12 years in the league, and there was only 8 teams. And one year we used to play 9 games against these guys in the playoffs. I played actually one season. I played about 90 games on this floor. Never with the Celtics.
Boston's missed its last 8. Derek Strong, nothing but net.
Strong move.
Michael sets it up for the Bulls. BJ flashing by Purdue. Armstrong baseline. The side of the backboard. Will Purdue converts?
Even when they miss, they come out well. Will with 5 points now.
Bulls having a big night here at the Garden. Just under 3 minutes to go in the third. Xavier McDaniel. His grandmother used to call him X, but she couldn't pronounce it Xavier. And X has 6 points off that field goal. Pippen right back. BJ at the three-point line. Corey Blunt, baseline.
Why not have some fun, Corey? Right, his first 2. 2:21. Oh, sorry, 2:21 here left. The Bulls with 96 points already. Wow, you know, that's big time.
Red, as you look at the Bulls now, constituted with Michael Jordan, what they really need is someone to step forward at the power forward position. You know, Corey Blunt, maybe a Chris Gobiak. He hasn't played a whole lot here tonight.
No, he hasn't been in the game either as Ron Harper. So it looks like a lot of people thought it would take Michael 5-6 games to come back and work himself into this system. Tonight looks like he's worked himself in real well. There's Ronnie Harper and Crisco. Let's go back now on the active list. And
Purdue picked up that foul, his third personal. Both teams have long been over the foul limit. Raja's had a quiet 9 points here tonight. Make it 10 for Dino. But you know, the power forward position, Red, in the true sense of the word, Tony is not a true power forward, and everyone admits that. The Bulls are hoping a true power forward will emerge. There's a block by Dee Brown. McDaniel throws it away. On the break.
Yeah, that's something you don't see very often. Michael trying to get a move on. He gets as big a charge. His fans get a big charge out of this. Watch Dee Brown up, goes high with Michael, gets it. Looked like he got him on the arm, didn't he?
Yeah, sure did.
I thought he blocked it, but
Scottie Pippen. Slammed by Purdue in impressive fashion. 7 for Will.
all the Bulls well in double figures. Will closing in there with 7.
Bulls are 2 points shy of the century mark, and we still have 1:25 to go in the third. X from deep for 3.
Well, that's about the only thing that they've had going tonight is that long distance 3.
They've got 3 here in the second half, and they had 4 in the first half. Did the Celtics from three-point land. 10 to go in the shot clock for the Bulls. Jordan looking at the post. Pippen. Scottie through contact, no foul. Will Purdue gets a rebound and a foul. Yes, it counts.
Said Will was closing in that time, didn't they? On the double figures, he gets it.
McDaniel picks up the foul, his second. Watch the work by Will Purdue. This is what Phil Jackson talks about. Hitting the boards hard on the offensive end and converting. Will Purdue and the Bulls up big in Boston. Don't forget our next telecast coming up. Coverage begins at 6:30 on Friday night. The Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal, and Horace Grant coming to town. Penny Hardaway as well, and taking on Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:30 Central Time here on WGN. Don't forget special coverage following the game as well during the WGN News post-game report. They'll have coverage in the halftime report too, Red.
You know what? Jimmy Stamos, who does our stats here in Boston, just gave me a stat here. They're 7 for 12 from downtown for three-point range. They're getting crushed by 17 points. It's hard to figure, but I said that's one of the few things that's going well for them. If Will hits this free throw, that'll put the 5 starters in double figures. And it's hard for me to remember the last time that all of them were in doubles.
Plus, Red, if you look at Steve Kerr on the bench, has 9 points. He's liable to hit double digits. And as we mentioned, the Bulls now at the century mark. With just under a minute to go in the third. Triple threat. Take a look at it tonight. Jordan up there with 25. Pippen scoring often, as well as Tony Kukoc with 14. He had 12 in the first half of play.
You know, remember, Will did play with Michael, but he didn't get an awful lot of minutes. Bill Cartwright was the center, really. Will had fought down behind Stacey King, but now Will getting some minutes here this season, having a career season for himself, and is playing with the big guy.
Will Perdue with 3 consecutive offensive rebounds and 3 putbacks, heads to the free throw line. I want to remind you, for the best selection of Bulls hats, t-shirts, jackets, and other NBA merchandise, visit the official Bulls team shops at any one of the Chicagoland, Carson, Perry, Scott stores.
Oh, get up, Steve. Watch, baby.
Derek Strong the rebound. Sherman Douglas to Dino Raja. Under a minute to go in the third. Strong dishes to Douglas. Will Perdue the rebound. Bulls have dominated the boards, Red. Just dominated them tonight. Myers for 3. Not that time. Douglas. D. Brown out of the corner. Derek Strong the offensive rebound.
Yes, nice play. Derek Strong with 8 points, and he's getting them all off the offensive glass. BJ, long shot. Has he got one in him? A 3 around, no good.
And the third period comes to a close. 3 quarters complete in Boston. Michael Jordan with 25 points leads the Bulls to a big advantage over the Celtics, 100-85.
After the Bulls ball game tonight on WGN News, we hope to hear from Michael Jordan from his news conference, see what he thinks about his second game. Also take a tongue-in-cheek look at how historic this night is. This is a city full of history. We'll see how tonight compares. Stephen Allison with all the day's news, Tom Skilling weather, and Rich King with the day's sports highlights. And I bet we'll see some more of Michael.
I wouldn't doubt it, Randy. I wouldn't doubt it for a minute. Michael, well, that's efficient scoring in a relatively short period of time. Bulls shooting very well. And scoring on the break usually leads to a high field goal percentage. Dino Raja to start the fourth quarter for Boston. Bulls trying to pry it loose, and it's going to be Boston ball. Bulls at the end of 3 had a 9-rebound edge over the Celtics. Sherman Douglas. Greg Minor the backcourt. Xavier McDaniel had it stripped away by Scottie Pippen. Kerr.
But he had that three-pointer.
Now Douglas comes back for Boston. Yeah, he was lined up for it, right? I mean, it was there for the taking. Opening minute of play. Is this the fourth quarter? Kerr on the steal from Sherman Douglas. Pete Myers on the post. Yeah, double dribble. Miller Lite scoreboard around the NBA tonight. San Antonio beating Jersey in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia has the lead on Golden State. And Miami, the edge on Atlanta. Cleveland out front of Sacramento. Indiana leads the Clippers, and Minnesota 10 better than Dallas so far. Right here, Bulls winning 185. Miner off the mark with a wild shot. Here comes Pete Myers. This is Steve Kerr. Kerr, Myers at the guard line. Pippen and Blunt the forwards. Luke Longley in the middle. Scotty to Longley on the low post against Dino Raja. Foul coming up on Boston. Dino Raja picks up the foul. Third personal on Dino, first on the team in the fourth quarter. Celtics don't come back from fourth quarter deficits. When they're trailing at the end of 3, you can just about book it.
You know, you look at the Bulls in the last 10. Look at them in the last 10 games. They're 3-7. The Bulls have been pretty good. They're 7-3 in the last 10 games, and 1-2 since my. Oh, I didn't say that yet, should I?
Yeah, not yet. You know what was encouraging about the weekend was the comeback in the fourth quarter against Milwaukee, and then again another comeback Sunday to force the game into overtime at Indiana. That's something the Bulls, as you have mentioned, have not been able to do a lot of in the fourth quarter, and that is come back from big deficits. Dino Raja traveled.
Oh yeah, Dino didn't say may I. Came right down, looked at Luke, took a big giant step, but didn't say may I.
Oh, well, he's been a little spotty this season. Dino Raja, his performance up and down all season long, although he is averaging 17 points a game. Longley denied by Raja. Nice defensive play to knock it away. It'll be Bulls ball with 15 to go on the shot clock for Chicago. Eric Montross, the big kid from North Carolina, back into the lineup. Dino Raja gets a break.
15 on the clock, 9:50 to go in this last quarter.
Steve Kerr to Pete Myers. Longley with time winding down to the shot.
Oh,
what a ball on the reverse.
Beautifully done by Luke. How did that come out?
Luke did everything but score on that drive. X. Quick hands of Pete Myers denies the pass to the corner, and Greg Miner. Celtics ball coming up on 9 minutes left to go in the game. Bulls leading by 16. Celtics yet to score here in the fourth. Montross had it knocked away, and now we've got a foul. Loose ball foul coming up. It's on Eric Montross, his third. He lost the ball, and then out of frustration.
You're right.
Picks up the foul.
Went right after it. He's got 0. Of course, they wouldn't give him 00. That was the Chiefs number here, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You know the Chiefs going to be up there. He's the next one to go to the rafters, isn't he?
You would think.
Pitch into Pete Myers. Here's Scotty.
Somebody do something. 1 second on the clock. A ball move. Mike says, yeah, I'm over here if you want me.
Bulls basketball with, as Red mentioned, 1 second to go on the shot clock. Pete Myers, quick release from deep.
I can't wait to that game for Friday. See that United Center really rock and roll.
McDaniel, nicely done. He has 11. First Celtic points of this fourth quarter. They went 3 minutes at the outset without scoring. Long.
Bulls not exactly tearing up.
Luke Hard off the glass.
Boy, he's had a couple that are just around that rim and out. Bulls only have 1 free throw in this quarter. They've got 1 basket. Very slow.
Bulls 0 for 4 from the field.
1 more basket will bring Michael back to the court.
Miner for 3. Corey Blunt up high for the board, lost it. Strong literally short-armed it. McDaniel held by Longley. They're not going to count the field goal.
Was it a jump ball or what was it?
Got a foul on Luke Longley. Watch this.
They can't clear the ball out here, and Corey gets the ball, goes down, and I think he might want to call a timeout, but he wants to just get out of there. Strong, short, and look at the 3 white uniforms. So here comes Bill Wennington in the game.
On Luke Longley. That was his 4th personal foul. Bill Wennington up off the bench comes on. First team foul on the Bulls. And up off the bench, D. Brown back on for Greg Minor on the Celtics side as the wheels turn. Douglas on the drive. Kerr stripped it away. A nifty steal by Steve Kerr.
Yeah, you got a couple nice steals there.
Luke Longley remains in the game with 4 personal fouls. Pete Myers. Oh, he almost gave it up. 10 to go on the shot clock. Wennington spots up. Longley back taps the rebound. So does Wennington. Pippen comes away with it. He drew the foul.
Well, they got Bill Wennington into the power spot. Luke Longley underneath. Pretty big team. Different team that you see playing. So they're out of sync here a little bit. And Pip drives to the lane, picks up the free throw.
D. Brown's 4th personal foul, 3rd on the team. Phil Jackson's going to be juggling his lineup a little bit, Red, as we wind down the regular season, trying to find the right combination, trying to find if he has a true power forward maybe in a Larry Krzyzkowiak, or maybe they can steal some minutes at that position with a Corey Blunt. Certainly he's going to, for the time being, Phil mentioned he would start Tony Kukoc.
Remember, the Bulls only at 7:30 to go here. The Bulls have only got 2 free throws in this quarter.
McDaniel on the drive, no, but a foul. Foul is coming up on, is it Wennington or Pippen? Luke Longley picks it up. All right, Friday night coming up, 6:30. Don't forget, join us for the Magic and Bulls. Michael comes home to the United Center. His first game in the United Center. 6:30, our coverage begins with a pregame show on WGN. Luke Longley with 5 personal fouls. Michael Jordan back into the game.
Tony comes for who? Pip? Yep.
The log on Michael Sunday to tonight. What a difference a few days makes. McDaniel with his 2nd of the line. He has 11 points here tonight.
That's their first point. Well, it's 3rd point in this quarter.
Yeah, X has all 3 of their points. We're almost 5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Jordan. Good look to Luke Longley. He was fouled from behind. It was McDaniel on the back.
Luke looked for that and tried to finish it, so he'll go to the line. So slow 4th quarter here. Take a look at it. MJ goes by his man, picks up all kinds of shirts there, and then reaching from the back. Was that on?
That was on Xavier McDaniel.
His 3rd. Yeah.
4 on the team. Longley converts at the line on his 1st. Luke with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Ten now for Longley as he makes good on a pair at the line. Sherman Douglas. Here's McDaniel. Douglas from the outside. Longley the rebound. Bulls basketball. Under 7 minutes to go for the game. Luke.
Somebody.
7 to go on the shot clock. Wennington right there.
Yeah, they got some weapons now fired at you.
I tell you what, you know, with the way they move the ball, if any one of those guys gets an open shot,
yeah,
they're going to bury it.
That's the first basket of the quarter for the Bulls here. It comes with 6:25, 6:20.
D. Brown throws it away. He wanted to hit Xavier McDaniel. Jordan leading the break. Kerr at the arc. Michael gets a screen from Longley. Now, door wide
Yes, sir. A beautiful play by Jordan. Longley rolling through. He's got 11 points, and they'll take a timeout.
Largest lead of the night, 20 points for Michael Jordan and the Bulls, and this is what Michael can create. A bullet feed to Longley. The deposit 108 points for the Bulls. Last game in Boston Garden, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird on the court at the same time. It was back and forth all night between the two superstars. Bird hit the jumper at one end, Jordan jams on the other. Larry Bird scored 30 points on this night. He was masterful. But the game belonged to Michael. He scored 44. The Bulls won the last game on the parquet floor with Jordan and Bird together, 132-113. Back live, Derek Strong out on the floor. Nothing but net. He has 10 off the bench for Boston. 5.5 to go in this one. Jordan got fouled by Jay Humphreys, who reached in on the play. First on Jay.
15 fouls, so Michael will shoot 2 free throws. That's the way he can create, and he was looking for Steve Kerr standing there on the outside, but they reached in and fouled him.
You know, Red, you pointed out a moment ago that Bill Wennington, who's in there right now on the front line along with Longley and Kukoc, is playing the power forward position. And as we've said many times this season and even here tonight, the Bulls are looking for someone to emerge in that position.
Look at this. Talk about power forward.
Larry Kriskoviak comes into the ball game replacing Luke Longley. That will shift Wennington from the 4 to the 5 spot. But how much out of position does Bill Wennington appear to be at the 4 spot rather than the center position to you, from what you can tell?
He seems to be just fine in there. They haven't used him a lot.
He hasn't gotten a lot of looks
it
at that.
It slows the team down with he and Luke or he and Will in the game. You know, any one or two centers in, it slows it a little bit. But
Strong to McDaniel, and Montross the finish. 8 for Eric Montross. Well, it'll be real interesting, and all of us are hopeful Larry Kriskoviak can stay healthy and get his game together to give the Bulls a boost at that all-important power forward position, because in the playoffs, that's a nice pass from Jordan. Wennington was denied by Derek Strong and then Xavier McDaniel. That power forward position is very important come playoff time. McDaniel left it short, knocked out of bounds by the Bulls. That's the position, and this guy can strum out a basketball on the glass. That's the position where you get those tough offensive rebounds, second chance points in the playoffs. D. Brown off the mark. Derek Strong collects. The Bulls had been dominating the boards. The Celtics in the second half doing a little bit better job. But this is garbage time for the most part. Foul is on Michael.
That's his 4th, and I don't know if he was going to the hoop. I think he takes it out on the side. It's only the 3rd team foul.
I mentioned the Celtics had done a good job of getting back on the boards, and Derek Strong has led the way with 15 rebounds in the game. Brown finds McDaniel. 14 for X. 110-94. 16-point lead Bulls. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go. Wennington a high screen. Kukoc was held by McDaniel. Scottie Pippen's contribution tonight, 14 points in the first half, 18 overall. 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Excellent floor game again by Scottie Pippen. McDaniel has 4 personal fouls, and that is precipitating these free throws by Tony Kukoc. And here comes Ron Harper up off the bench. He got just a minute in the game at Indianapolis on Sunday.
This is the way the Knicks play generally in that last quarter. Put you to the free throw line. Well, the Bulls have shot 9 free throws in this quarter. Not too many baskets, but they've still been able to hold a stranglehold on that 15-point lead.
They've only missed 1 of their free throws here in the 4th quarter. Make that 2 that they've missed here in the 4th. 16 for Tony Kukoc. Humphreys pass batted by Harper and then tipped out of bounds by Ron Harper right through the legs of Montross. Jordan, Harper out on the floor at the guard line. Kukoc, Wennington, and Kriskoviak up front for the Bulls. McDaniel in traffic down low. Harper knocks it out of bounds. 8 to go on the shot clock for the Celtics.
O.D. Brown was all alone
And Harper got a piece of it to pick up the foul. His first, that's the 4th on the team. Don't forget to sign up for the Miller Genuine Draft Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic, coming this summer to Chicago's Grand Park, July 28th through 30th. Sponsored in part by the Chicago Tribune, Coca-Cola, Sport Mart, and Salem Sportswear. Call 312-455-4000 for more information. 2 coming up for D. Brown, and he nets the first. Brown 85% from the free throw line. Phil Jackson has to like what he has seen offensively from his ball club here tonight.
Yeah, it didn't slow him down by Michael taking a majority of the shots either, you know.
Not at all. 11 for D. Brown. Boston beginning to crowd the century mark. Bulls were in triple digits in the 3rd quarter. Jordan for 3. Daniel throws it away to Kukoc. Tony. Finds Wennington.
Oh, yeah.
And a foul.
Big Bill.
6 for Wennington. And let's pause here for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV.
D. Brown's 5th personal foul gives Bill Wennington a shot at the 3-point play. He converts. He has 7 points here tonight. Chicago's lead 115-96. Jay Humphries sets it up. Here's D. Brown guarded by Jordan. Good bullet feed into McDaniel. Nice look to Montross, who was fouled on the drive. Fouls on Krzyzkowiak, his first and the 5th on the team. Oh, making Kukoc on the foul and not on Larry Krzyzkowiak. 4 on Tony Kukoc. Eric Montross ahead to the free throw line. Montross, in fact, is 10th in the NBA in field goal percentage at 54%, but he only shoots 64% from the free throw line. Montross makes good on his first. He has 9 points. Don't forget, coming up Friday night from the United Center, 6:30 with the pregame. Bulls and the Magic. Michael comes home to Chicago. Got a timeout on the floor. 3 minutes straight up to go in the basketball game. Phil Jackson to the Bulls, leading 115-97. AT&T long distance play of the game. Michael Jordan dialed it early. This is his 2nd field goal attempt of the game. 4-3 and ring it up for AT&T. 2nd free throw is good at the line.
Montrose with 10 points. That's both of them.
Harper. Bill Wennington sets it up to Pete Myers. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. Ron Harper off the screen by Corey Blunt. Derek Strong, another rebound. 16 caroms for Strong. Ties his career high. McDaniel was pushed by Corey Blunt. On Corey, that is his 3rd personal foul. Well, much of this capacity crowd here at the Boston Garden is headed off, as you can see. And as my partner John Kerr mentioned to me during the break, they let the air out of the building.
And there is his airness.
He sat down on the bench.
They saw what they thought they'd come to see.
Yes,
and,
they did.
They had a nice halftime ceremony, and they went home and said, that's enough fun for us.
X missing his first of the line. 2nd upcoming for McDaniel. 14 points for McDaniel. I remember the year he led the NCAA in scoring and rebounding. Both in the same season as senior year at Wichita State. He was a great college player. Harper plays ahead to Krzyzkowiak. Pete Myers sets it up, coming up on 2 minutes left to go. Harper driving baseline. Nice dish to Corey Blunt. 4 for Corey. 117.99 Bulls. This is D. Brown. X out on the floor. McDaniel connects. Celtics have finally gotten over the 100-point mark. 17 for McDaniel. Wennington. McDaniel the rebound. Here's D. Brown. Bulls by 16. Minute 30 to go. McDaniel again.
He's fun there, isn't he?
19 now for Xavier McDaniel.
10 in his quarter. Too late.
Don't forget, we're looking forward to Friday night's game against the Orlando Magic at the 6:30 start on WGN with our pregame activities. Good to see Larry Krystkowiak back. He's had arthroscopic knee surgery and appendicitis, both in the same season, afflict him. And he's hoping to put together a good stretch run and help the Bulls big time in the playoffs. A.C. Earl, the former Iowa star. A.C. has really struggled at the end of the Boston bench this season, and this is his second year. Pete Myers, good look from Wennington.
Bulls having some fun here, aren't they now? 121
to 103, 18-point lead. That's D. Brown.
Been quiet tonight, 13 points.
Final minute. Bulls will win their 9th in 12 games. Here's Myers. Corey Blunt. Harper at the arc. For three.
Remember Harp's big three-point field goals in the game against Milwaukee to bring the Bulls back from 15 down.
Humphrey steps inside of Harper and collects for two. Under 30 seconds to go. 2-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. 124-107. Harper. Ron Harper, another three. This one up over the backboard. 5.1 seconds to go for the game. There's Larry Bird, one of the all-time greats here in Boston, and his running mate on the Olympic team, Michael Jordan.
You can give the final score if you'd like.
No cigar for Red Auerbach here tonight. Time expires. An impressive performance by the Chicago Bulls, and impressive in particular by Michael Jordan. And let's send it over,
Get
if
there.
we can, for
Bring him here. Bring him here. Here I come. Here I come.
Flag down Michael Jordan, and I don't think he's going to be able to do that. As Jordan heads to the locker room. The final score, the Chicago Bulls 124, the Boston Celtics 107.